Francis to the stage.
Thank you. Thanks very much, everyone. Good evening. I hope you don't mind my crib sheet, but I'm getting on in years. I'm the Director of Music for Systema Scotland. Systema Scotland is a children's charity committed to affecting community transformation through the delivery of a high-quality music education programme. And The Big Noise is the name that we give to our programme. We are currently working in 3 communities in Scotland, Raploch community in Stirling, Glasgow in Govan Hill, and the Tory community in Aberdeen. And between our in-school programme and our after-school programme, we are making contact with between 1,500 and 2,000 children a week. So quite a significant number of young people, and all of these communities are areas of multiple deprivation, and they're very diverse communities, and they present us with great challenges indeed. However, it's a very, very stimulating place to work. The inspiration for Systema Scotland came from the El Sistema programme in Venezuela, and founded by this gentleman at the bottom, Jose Antonio Abreu. He still is a pianist and a conductor, but he's also a politician and an economist, and he founded a very small programme which has now grown and become a global brand. And the connection to Scotland came through this man, Richard Holloway, our chair. Richard was at that time the chair of the Arts Council. He went to Venezuela. He was deeply impacted by what he saw, and he purposed to bring it back to Scotland. He was particularly impacted by the social justice aspect of the work and the inclusion. So, we took a lot of learning from the Venezuelans, but we were very careful not to import a franchise. So we sought to design a programme that was inclusive, like the Venezuelans, no barriers, immersive, and a programme that impacted the whole community. So we have our baby programme. You can see the cute picture up there. It's known as Baby Noise, or Little Noise, and we continue up to working with a preschool programme, an in-school programme for primary 1, primary 2, working with adults, teenagers. We have a volunteer programme, so it's a very, very immersive and extensive programme. We've tried very hard to make sure there are no barriers at any point to be included in the programme. These pictures are some of the kids that you see. We work 48 weeks a year with the children. We work all the way through the school holidays, recognising that school holidays are oftentimes where vulnerable families can really suffer. We work 4 evenings a week after school to 6 o'clock, and we try to modify the needs of the programme to reflect the needs of the community. One of our communities has a school for children with complex and additional needs, so we've adapted a programme for them in consultation with Drake Music. Another one of our communities is an area where the 53 languages are spoken, so again we felt the need to adapt our programme to fit with that community. So you're probably all wondering, why the orchestra? Because isn't classical music for posh people? Isn't it elite? Aren't orchestras patriarchal? And aren't they all about power and conductors, male conductors at that? Well, all of that's possibly true, but I think the orchestra is a very, very dynamic tool for inclusive learning. That first picture you saw there were 200 children there, aged from 7 to 17, and all of them were engaged in something that was meaningful. The differentiation that we were able to affect in that context meant that all of those kids could be involved. The orchestra is a great tool for social inclusion as well, and social pedagogy, as well as the diverse musical experiences the kids can have. Children are taught leadership skills, they're taught to take responsibility, they're taught to be part of a community, and they're taught to problem solve. So all those other social aspects can be modelled and taught through the orchestra. In addition to the musical stuff that we do, there's also a number of young leaders programs. We have a youth board, so we're hoping to equip the kids with skills that they can transfer into other areas of their lives. We've sought to build partnerships wherever we can in the communities we work with schools, with community agencies, social services, police, other community bodies. But we've also tried to include some element of social mobility in what we do. So we've struck up some partnerships with a number of other educational organisations and arts organisations across Scotland. The first picture you saw there was the National Youth Orchestra of Scotland. A number of our kids have accessed that. This is the wonderful Nicola Benedetti. Many of you will know her. She's one of our board members. She comes and gives this particular slide is a class she gave with some of her kids. This is the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra. We've enjoyed a great partnership with them. We've enjoyed a great partnership with the RSNO as well. Because enabling our kids to access some of these things like the National Youth Orchestra of Scotland, the National Youth Choirs of Scotland, is very, very powerful, because it means they have to move out of the community and engage with children from other social sectors. So, does it work? Is it having any effect? Well, these people think it does. If you Google Education Scotland, by the way, that's what you get. So, Education Scotland, Glasgow Centre for Population Health, Glasgow Caledonian University, and Audit Scotland undertook a long-term evaluation of our work. That work is ongoing, but we had 2 full-term researchers working with us for a couple of years. The impacts really are those. The projections were very exciting and very encouraging about the impacts we're having on the children's lives. So I'd encourage you to have a look at that. So, last but by certainly no means least, our next stop is Dundee. We're delighted to be opening in the Douglas community. We're thrilled to have a partnership here with Optimistic Sound and Dundee City Council. And indeed, there is a meeting if you're interested in any more information or want to support. Wednesday the 29th of March at the Hannah McClure Centre, 6 p.m. Please come along and support us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francis.